What's up guys, Mickey Motions here, and as you can tell from the title, I think that this could be one of the last Formula 1 games from Codemasters. Now, you're probably wondering why I am saying this. Well, over the years I've noticed with the sales being poor as the new F1 games have come along and the Metacritic scores getting lower and lower, it starts to make it pretty obvious when Codemasters are slacking and people don't want to buy their games anymore. So if Codemasters don't profit from the game that much, then that means FOM won't profit either. And if Codemasters don't profit, then that means FOM can decide to not give Codemasters their F1 license anymore, which would be a disaster. However, saying that, they know that they need to really make this game amazing, because if people don't buy the game and people don't promote their game on YouTube, then it's over for Codemasters and they will lose their license without a doubt. Last year's sales from F1 2013 was terrible compared to the previous games that they have in the series. However, what they did was they sold Classic Edition so that they wouldn't lose out. So if F1 2014 turns out to be bad, then you will see a lot of DLC. So what will Codemasters be doing to make sure that they keep the license for this game? Well, they're definitely going to have to listen to the community first of all, and listen to what we're saying, and that is improving core gameplay, improving online, and making the career mode a lot more exciting. Now what I'm going to show you is a montage of videos that I've done over the years giving Codemasters constructive criticism about their games. And to this day, they still have not listened. It's been quite frustrating to try and get a good setting on the wheel, especially for those guys out there who actually don't know how to deal with those settings. You know, the champions mode and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, that's pretty cool. But that can be done in any other game. Like in 2009, and that was on the Wii, they had those kind of game modes, you know, like challenges and stuff like that. So that wasn't really much of a big deal, to be honest. But you know, I just felt like they could have just added a bit more effort into the game. Don't understand why people are always asking for things like customization, building tracks, just simply because there are better things out there that they need to fix in the game, like making the game run more smooth online, making sure the wheels work perfectly, and those kind of things put people off. And that's the reason why you always see people getting put off with Formula 1 games, because every single year the sequel just seems to be like the same thing, and there's always something that's always bad in the game. They never seem to fix it. It says Codemasters need to perfect the actual racing in the game. Forget about every single other useless thing they have in the game, like parade laps. People thinking of parade laps. Come on, guys, man. I mean, I understand to make the game more entertaining, make it like they do in real life, but let them fix the racing first for 1 year, for 2013. Let them fix the racing, fix all of those issues. And then after, in 2014, when we have new consoles, we can have everything we want. I know a lot of people were put off buying Formula 1 2012 last year because they didn't make much changes. They did make changes, but not any changes that most people were expecting, like improving the physics and stuff like that. I've noticed this huge trend lately in Formula 1 online where people are always crashing, always griefing, trolling, and it's kind of annoying. People get frustrated from it. It's definitely put me off from playing Formula 1 lately. I've just been going over to GT5 because it's so much more cleaner there. But you know, there needs to be some kind of safety rating, like I've said before, for this to improve. Now, if you look at the success of iRacing, which I think had the first safety rating implemented in the game, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but that simulation has had a huge success from that because everybody takes care of their racing. And if you have the higher safety rating, then that means you're going to be racing with those who are clean racers, and if you're crashing all the time, then you're going to be racing with those who crash all the time. So this in itself will prevent griefers, trollers, whatever, because you know, people won't get mad because the griefers were just going to be in the same lobby as the griefers, while the clean racers will be racing with the clean racers. So that's the good thing about it. I pretty much agree with what he said. I think that Classic Edition will be irrelevant after a week or two. I think there may be no point of buying it. Mark my word, got a top comment saying that Classic Edition will be interesting for 5 minutes. Would have preferred if Codemasters spent more time on perfecting the game and adding in new cars. As you can see here from these comments, I think that people agree that Classic Edition will be entertaining, that's for sure. However, I don't think people will be playing Classic Edition for more than 1 week. Formula 1 2013 was quite disappointing. Career mode was quite boring, with the same thing being repeated every single year. I mean, you might as well play Formula 2010. In fact, with 2010, you can get the whole driver experience. And I think that's what's missing from this game. There's no interviews, there's no paddock. The main menu used to be so good, and now it's just bland. Also, Formula 1 2013 online is just a terrible experience. There's still problems with internet connection, and it seems that the problems are completely different to Formula 2012, I've noticed that. Also, there was terrible glitches which made things so much harder for leagues. And it's not just the leagues, it's people out there who want to race equally and fairly, but they're not able to because one car might be faster or there's a certain glitch that ruins their experience. And it's only things like that that really puts people off from buying Codemasters games. Now, what I think was the problem here was Codemasters concentrated too much on the classic mode and completely forgot about the raw game. Now, I understand that people might be getting bored of Formula 1, and yes, that might be true. But the problem is, you have to fix the game before you can actually get people to buy your game and trust you again. Now, I predicted that this was going to happen because it was very obvious. You have a game that's literally just a filler for the next big thing, which is going to be Formula 2014, because it's going to be on the next gen console. So basically what he's trying to say here is that we need to be able to go back to the experience where we live the life as the driver. As I said in the last episode, this is what made Formula 1 2013 really dull, because it didn't have that driver experience. Dylan Fahey said that they need to add spectator mode. Now, that comment wasn't specific, but in my opinion, I think that there needs to be like some kind of theater mode, like in Black Ops, where you would be able to move around like in different areas to get different camera angles. It needs to be spectator mode online, because online at the moment all you can see is like the cockpit view. I want to be able to see the whole, you know, replay, because then after I can upload it to YouTube, and it'll be good for leagues as well, because at the moment it's not exciting for people to upload gameplay of races from the leagues, because all you're seeing is the cockpit view and this view you're seeing. Moving on to the top comments section of the video, Bamix Jesus says everything. And he is pretty much right. There's so much that needs to be improved in the game. Graphics, physics, the drive experience needs to be improved, the online glitches. There's so many things that needs to be improved, and it's going to be such a lot of work for Codemasters, because they have a lot of things to change with the new regulations as well and the new car designs, so it's not going to be easy for them. Over the years, many people have judged the videos that I've made and said I've been too harsh, or they completely disagree. Now, question yourselves, what do you think those people are today? Because those people aren't playing Formula 1, because you can tell from the stats, only 1,000 people are playing the game on PC every day. 1,000. That's terrible. The great thing about this FOM license is that it motivates Codemasters to try and make this game the best game they've ever made. However, I feel that they're gonna really struggle, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna make their game on the last gen and port it over to the next gen. And Alex Gillon, he's done a blog himself, you can check out in the description, and he also mentioned this. So I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks this, and they're also going to struggle with the new rules, with the new changes to Formula 1 with Formula 2014. I don't understand how they're going to be able to cope, but let's just hope they go back to the drawing board and try to improve the core gameplay, which is so important. But anyway, this was just part 1. I'll be doing another 2 parts about this game, and I'll also be doing videos about what could be featured in this new F1 game with the tweets from Steve Hood and some of the rumors that have been going around in the community. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure you like and comment about what you thought, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. But for now, this was Mickey Motions. I'm out. Peace.